Hello, hello. There's some kind of, there we go. Hi, this is the first time I've come to you in this fashion. I am out of town. I'm actually in my hometown of Jonesboro for bringing my son to a basketball camp. And so I am logging on to share with you just the first take on the USA Giving report that just came out this week. So I'm going to share my screen and this is going to be a rough go of it. You can get all of this information, and I will hope to show you how while we're talking. But you can see the numbers that have just come out. They've been released. It always comes out in June. The Giving USA report reveals all the numbers from the report, like for the year end of 2022. So in June from the year before. So our 2022 giving numbers. So let me see. I'm going to share my screen. And where is it? Why am I not up? There it is. Here we go. We're going to share it. Now, this is the free version. This is what I can get. You can get this, and I will show you how. I'll keep sharing my screen and I can talk you through because you want to get this and save it. It's something you should, like, every June board meeting, or if it comes out after your board meeting, every July, tell yourself you're going to take a couple of minutes to go over this at board meeting just to show your board members, show them what the numbers look like. So you see there, it says $499.33 billion was given to charity. Now, notice it says, this is what's really shocking to me, is it says there was a 3.4% decline compared to 2021. So that is one of those things that I think is starting to be kind of a trend. So we're going to scroll on down and you're going to see, so it's going to show where did the generosity come from. So this is the one I love the most, this one right here, the 64 percent, $319 billion was given by people. And that is always the biggest piece of the pie. Notice the little note over here in the pie chart. While giving by individuals continues to grow over time, it has fallen below 70% of the all giving for the fourth consecutive year. So that means, the giving by individuals is going down. And that is probably a whole nother session of what we need to do about that. And then I'm going to tell you, Giving USA has tons of resources, and this report, you can get this graphic for free. But if you want us to spend a little bit of money and get their results on the report, you should do that because you can delve into it and see what they're saying. But this is something we need to notice. For the fourth consecutive year, it has fallen below 70%. It's still the largest piece of this pie. Let's look at the whole pie here. I think I can fit on there. But anyway, so individuals, that's people giving to people. And that's why you need to always remember it's about your relationships, building those relationships. The ultimate goal of that, the old-fashioned giving pyramid, is to cultivate those relationships with your donors and work them up that pyramid so that they leave the ultimate gift at, the top of the pyramid is planned giving, leaving your organization and your will. That's people. And if you notice, you skip down here to this 9% giving by bequest, we need to always remember that. I feel like that should be coupled right there with the individual giving, because no one else leaves you in their will except a person. So if you add those two together, it is still over 70%. But it does, it's 9%. Notice it increased by 2.3%. So there's your planned giving speech of the day. When you talk to your donors or talk to your board members, it's like we've got to not only focus on our relationships and individuals, but we need to also always have planned giving on our radar. Okay, 21% came from foundations. And here it says foundations are growing as a share of giving over time. In 2022, over $1 out of every $5 that went to charity came from a foundation. That is very important for us to note, especially if you're from the Northwest Arkansas area. We have so many family foundations and corporate foundations. We've always been a little different than the rest of the world or the rest of the United States. So that means it's getting more and more prominent for foundations to give. And once again, you build the relationships with the people at the foundation. That's how if they align with your mission, if the foundation's guidelines align with your mission, you definitely want to treat that staff at the foundation as VIPs and top donors, because if they're connected to your organization, you've got to stay connected to them and keeping them informed and engaged and a part of the mission, because it's very important to them. But if you don't make sure that they know about you and what's going on and what their dollars have done for you, you lose those relationships, and then you don't come to mind when they're passing out grants and stuff. So you have to keep those relationships built too. Okay, let's go on down to 6% from giving by corporations. Notice there's another increase there. So over the years, this is getting to be a thing. Okay. See if they wrote anything about 6% by corporations. All figures on this infographic are reported in current dollars unless otherwise noted. Inflation was especially high in 2022. We all know that, at 8%, and results may differ when adjusted for inflation. So you can learn more, like I said, if you purchase the reading, you can learn quite a bit about this. Okay, so let's refresh one more time. $499.33 billion given to charity in 2022, 64% giving by individuals. It went down by 6.4%. 21% by foundations, increased by 2.5%. 9% giving by bequest, increased 2.3%. 6% giving by corporations, increased 3.4%. This is stuff you need to know. You need to tell your board members about, and your development team and your executive director, the staff. This is why we talk about those really individual relationships being so important. Right now, it's still the largest piece of the pie. Yes, it's declined a little, but it's still the most important piece of the pie. And building those relationships is how you connect with your donors, and you want them to continue to give to you. And this is the proof right here that if you spend most of your time planning events and doing things outside of building those relationships with your donors, the retention rate for a donor is so abysmal. Try to spend some time focusing on those relationships to keep those donors, because that's where it's at. Okay. Let's see. Now let's look down here. Once again, 27% went to religion. That's usually the top one. And I noticed it went up 5.2%. Second is human services. It went down 0.6%, so barely. Education comes in third. It went down 3.6%. 56 billion went to foundations, which put it in fourth place. That went up by 10%. And I can't help but think and wonder if this is a direct correlation to the fact that donor advised funds have become the thing. And I talked about that in my last session, Ask Allison, my last little YouTube last little YouTube posting. I talked all about donor advised funds. So go back and listen to that. And let's just wonder, did that go up 10% to foundations because people are starting to give straight to the foundation and then let the foundation dole out the donations through their donor advised fund? It could very well be, because the numbers don't lie. It says that donor advised funds are the fastest growing charity vehicle right now. They're so popular. They're so easy for the donor. That really might be why this number's going up. Okay, next is health. 5.1% up, for health. And next is public society benefit. It went down 8.4. International affairs went up 10%. Arts, culture, and humanities went up 2.9%. That's awesome. Environment and animals went down 1.6%. And then barely went up is giving to individuals. And I need to read into this report to see what all that entails. But it makes me wonder if that is when people like give to other people that aren't necessarily on 501c3, but they're helping out others that have problems. Like, is this the GoFundMe category where it's not really, giving to a charity, but you're giving to people that have had something happen? I'm not sure. Okay, let's look about Giving USA right here. The Giving USA report is something that comes through the Lilly Family School of Philanthropy. They work together. You can make donations to Giving USA for this report and to go towards it. And I recommend you do that. If you don't purchase something and you get this for free, which I tend to get the free infographic every year and go over it, but I try to make a donation so that I'm supporting the people that are doing this research, because as a development person, we need this research. We need to know what's going on. So if you go in there and are able to make a donation, definitely do that. Now, let me see if we can go to their website. I wonder if I can share my screen like this, and we go in. Yes. Okay, let's go to Giving USA. Okay, givingusa.org. So here's what I want you all to do so that you have this too. Go in and then go ahead and set yourself up an account. And then you can just shop. Let me think. How did I do that earlier? My screen is right in the way. Insights, give, special reports. Why is this taking me forever to find? What I always find is the reports. What is Giving USA? Okay. Here we go. I just went to my cart over here, and I can't tell if I'm logged in or not. But notice you can get 2021 annual report, 2021. Always note the date, because you don't want to get, like, I accidentally downloaded the 2021 report and I was trying to get 2022, but I didn't read closely. Like right here, 2021 infographic, that's the free. Notice it has 0. But like, you can get, here's, let's get to 2020. The way they word it, there's 2022 infographic. Let's find here we go. Let me put on my glasses, that might help. Where are my glasses? What is today? This is the craziest online thing I've ever done, but that's okay. You guys love me just like this. So you would click this, and then you would go ahead and put it in your cart. You would buy it, but the price is 0. But you could get all the information here. You could spend $100. You could get the key findings report for $70. All of these would be beneficial for you to share with your donors. Here's $170 comprehensive presentation PowerPoint where you could show them everything. Then they also just have other things that are very helpful, like 2023 annual survey on state laws. mean, that's only $20. Very helpful. Okay, let me go to the next page to see what they have to 2023. Paperback package. Oh, that's 2016. See, notice these. Notice the dates. Anyway, this is how you do it. Set up an account, be a donor. You know, you don't have to give $1 million, but just give something to help Giving USA so that we continue to get this great information. Okay, let me see if I can stop sharing my screen now. Here we go. Anyway, all of this to say, this is something you should put on your calendar every June to look for the new Giving USA report, to see the numbers, to see the trends, and to look at how you're planning for maybe your fiscal year starts July 1, maybe it starts January 1. But you need these numbers to see, where am I going to spend all my time? To me, the graphic clearly explains and says we still need to build relationships. It's the biggest piece of the pie, people giving to people. So keep that in mind, and definitely have this on your radar every year. And then it's such a great tool to show your board members, because so many of them, they really want to be heavy on corporations and events. But this is a way to show them that, yes, events are important. They're wonderful. That gives us friends. But we have to, after we have the friends over to the party and we raise a bunch of money, we have to find a way to connect with them and make them stay as donors and key partners to our organization and the mission. And there's got to be time left on your plate to engage with those donors, to make them feel special and make them feel engaged and a part, so they continue to give and they become champions of your organization. So that is our latest Giving USA findings. I'm so glad you joined me. I'm sorry I lost my glasses in the whole thing. But I feel like we went over it. I was just looking to make sure that I did have the right date. um, if you ever want to discuss ways to engage with donors and cultivate those relationships, that is my favorite part of development. And I will probably have an upcoming Ask Allison session all about that. I think the next one that'll come out is going to be about how to be a rock star board member. And I want you all to listen to it and be a part of it, because it's something easy you can share with your board. Just 5 easy things they can do. And it gets them out of that mindset that they've got to go and ask a bunch of people for money or ask their friends and family for money. It gives them ways to engage their network without it feeling so, in their terms, icky. So next time we're going to talk about rockstar board members and how to be a one. Thank you for being with me. Ask Allison. Today it was Ask Allison about the Giving USA report. So hope to see you next time. And please share this with others. I'd love it. Oh, did I tell you where I was today? I'm in Jonesboro. I'm not even at home. I'm away. I'm at my friend Tammy's house, and I have my own bedroom here. It's very nice and comfortable, but I brought my son to a basketball camp over here, and so that's why I'm in a different spot today. So anyway, thought I'd let you know that. We will see you in the next Ask Allison. Goodbye.